What it do, family, and welcome back to another episode. All right, y'all, so today we in the garden, man, and we're gonna be doing some maintenance, man. We're gonna be doing some pruning and trimming. So our tomatoes, y'all, is going crazy, man. You see, it's like a whole bush over here. And see, when you growing tomatoes, man, you don't want all of these suckers and all of this new growth, you know what I'm saying, all over your plant because it takes away from the fruit production. So we got a lot of trimming and pruning to do with our tomatoes. It's going crazy, but we still getting some fruit, y'all. Like the fruit is going crazy, like our lemon boys, our husky reds, and our ramen tomatoes. They going crazy. So we gotta do a lot of trimming and stuff so they can keep taking off, because a lot of the new growth and a lot of the suckers are taken away from, you know what I'm saying, our fruits, you know what I'm saying. So we gotta cut that off, you know what I'm saying, because they taking all the nutrients and all the fertilizer, you know what I'm saying, from our fruits and stuff. So we don't need none of that. So we gotta do a lot of trimming and a lot of pruning today. And also we gotta, let me show y'all, let me flip the camera around. We also gotta spread out our carrots, and we gotta prune our onions. So y'all see how our onions starting to get lanky and they just keep on growing, you know what I'm saying, these little shoots. So when you grow onions, once they start growing these little shoots, you want to start like cutting them and stuff, because what's happening is it's just focusing on the growth above. It's not focusing on the growth below. So you can start focusing on the growth below. You want to start like trimming your plant. So you want to start trimming like your what you'll call it, like these, they call it like scallions, like your onion scallions and stuff. So you want to trim these and stuff. So now once you start trimming this, it's going to stress out the plant, and then it's going to start focusing on the onion bulb. You know what I'm saying? I think you'll call it the onion bulb. Like, yeah, so that's what you'll want to start doing with your onions. So if you see your onions not really growing and, you know what I'm saying, taking off and growing that big old bulb, it's because you're really not doing no pruning and trimming, you know what I'm saying, on your onions. So once they start growing like this, you want to start clipping them. You know what I'm saying? They going to keep growing once you clip them. You ain't going to kill the plant, you know what I'm saying? But you want to start clipping them. So once you clip them, you're going to stress them out. And what is going to happen is it's going to start focusing on the growth of the bud of the onion. Then your onion is going to start expanding and getting big. So we got to cut our onions up, and then we got to spread our carrots out. And when I mean spreading the carrots out is pulling some of these carrots up. So you see how they so close together? You don't want your carrots like that, because the carrots ain't gonna be able to get as big as they, you know what I'm saying, as you want them. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like little, small, little carrots. So you're gonna have to pull a lot of these up. So then when you know what I'm saying, you try and grow your carrots, you could snatch out them big old large sweet potato carrots. So y'all, we gotta spread out our carrots. We gotta clip our onions. And I think that's all we gotta do, you know what I'm saying, today. So let's get this through, y'all. So I'm gonna show y'all how we do it, you know what I'm saying, what I do with my trimming and my pruning. So let's get it done. All right, y'all, so for the first thing, before you go around your garden and start clipping stuff and cutting stuff off, man, get you some 91% alcohol, man. Pop that thing open and sanitize your scissors, bro. Sanitize your scissors, because I be saying people, you know what I'm saying, that just get scissors anyway and just start cutting stuff. And then you wondering why your plants got diseases and it's dying and stuff, because you didn't sanitize your scissors and you just spraying bacteria all over stuff. You know what I'm saying? And even after you cut certain plants, so after I'm done cutting my onions, I'm gonna sanitize my scissors. After I'm done cutting my tomatoes, I'm gonna sanitize my scissors. After I'm done, you know what I'm saying, trimming anything, I'm gonna sanitize my scissors when I go to the next thing, because you could carry bacteria over to whatever you know what I'm saying, about to trim next. You know what I'm saying? So before you start trimming, man, make sure you get some alcohol, sanitize some scissors, then get the trimming and pruning. But let's go ahead and get to it. All right, y'all, so let's get to it. So we got our scissors sanitized and everything, man. Make sure you sanitize your scissors, like I said, man. Don't just be, you know what I'm saying, ignoring that, because that is a big thing. So the first thing we're going to actually aim at is these tomatoes, y'all, because these tomatoes is going crazy. I got like 4 tomatoes growing, so we're going to trim these tomatoes. I'm going to show y'all how I do my trimming and pruning with the tomatoes and stuff, and then we're going to start hitting up the onions and the carrots. So let's get to these tomatoes, then let's get to everything else. Let's get to it. All right, y'all, so let's come over here. So over here is all of my tomatoes, y'all. So I got my husky reds, I got my lemon boys, look at them things, and I got my romans. So I got 2 romans, got 1 lemon boy, and I got 1 husky red. And as you can see, they doing good, y'all. The only thing is, it is real bushy, man. We got so many suckers and so much new growth that we got to cut, and it's taken away from our fruit production. So what I'm gonna do is show y'all how I trim and prune my tomatoes, man, because it need to be done. And you know what I'm saying? And you don't want no pest and disease, you know what I'm saying, coming around. So the first thing you really want to aim at is your bottom. You know what I'm saying? You see how I cleaned up the bottom just a little bit. I still got, you know what I'm saying, some of this done right here because there's some more shoots, you know what I'm saying, coming out. But you want to make sure you aim at the bottom first because that's where a lot of pests and diseases, you know what I'm saying, start at. So you want to clean up your bottom and then make your way on up and stuff. So I'm going to show y'all how I do, you know what I'm saying, my trimming and my pruning with my tomatoes. But yeah, man, the tomatoes is looking good. They is looking good, but let's go ahead and start trimming these things up so they can start looking better. All right, y'all. So like I was saying, we're going to start with our Husky Red. So when you start, you know what I'm saying, pruning and trimming your tomatoes and stuff, you want to make sure you start at the bottom, like I was saying, because a lot of diseases and pests, you know what I'm saying, start at the bottom. So you want to clean your bottom up first. And especially when you water and stuff, you can have a good view, you know what I'm saying, where you aiming at, you know, instead of just spraying all over the leaves and dirt all flying around. So you want to make sure you clean up your bottom because that's what a lot of pests, and that's what I'm saying, a lot of pests at the bottom because that's where they hang around. And especially you want to cut the bottom because it's taking away, oh, that's a bug. Oh, what the hell? That is a goddamn bug, man. What the hell? That's a worm, y'all. Look at this shit. It is crazy. Look, that's why I said pests be at the bottom. You see that? Look at that. That is a whole worm. You know what I'm saying? Or worm laying babies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you want to clean up the bottom of your plant because that's what you end up finding. A worm with babies. So you want to especially clean up, you know what I'm saying, the bottom. So let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, finish trimming this. I was not expecting to see that. And then you want to make sure you get these suckers too because they taking away, you know what I'm saying, from your fruits. Because thinking about it, it's going to get to the suckers before it gets to the fruits. Imagine all of this, you know what I'm saying? Once it start feeding, it's going to hit all the suckers and then it's going to get the leftovers to the fruits and everything else. So you want to make sure you clip them suckers up. And then right here is my basil. My basil supposed to be helping me, you know what I'm saying, deter them pests away. So let's finish, go ahead, you know what I'm saying, get this cleaned up. You know, and we got a lot of fruit growing on here. And when I move to the next tomato, I'm going to sanitize my scissors too, because I don't know what this tomato might have and this tomato might don't have. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to, you know what I'm saying, mix, you know what I'm saying, the bacteria, or what would you say, the juices up with different plants. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense. So let's go ahead, finish trimming this up, right, and get this right here in the middle so we can be able to see through our tomatoes, because we got a lot of little baby tomatoes growing right there. You know what I'm saying? You see how that's already looking better? Looking way better. So if I, you know what I'm saying, come over here snooping around looking for pests, it'd be easier to see them, you know what I'm saying? Because it's more of a sight view, you know, instead of a hidden view. So let's go ahead and clean this up. Oh, damn, that's the other tomato. You know what I'm saying? So let's put that over there. And let's come up a little bit. Trim this right here. Trim this in the middle, you know what I'm saying? So then it can have some breathing room too, you know? Trim that right there. Man, let's get this up here. Man, let me probably clip this one right there. Bam, that look way better. So now we got our Husky Reds clipped up. You know what I'm saying? The canopy look way better. So now our tomatoes could start going ahead, flourishing out. Now we about to go ahead and hit up this lemon boy over here. So before we do that, let's go ahead and sanitize our scissors. Where my alcohol at? Sanitize our scissors. You know what I'm saying? We'll sanitize them things. And let's hit up the next thing. Now let's go ahead and clean up this lemon boy. So the lemon boy don't look that bad. It just look like it need to be tucked a little bit. Cause it got some fruit. I was gonna cut this part, but since it got fruit, you know what I'm saying, on it, I ain't even gonna cut it. But it seemed like it just need to be tucked a little bit. Hopefully they don't kill the fruit because I just bent that. But it should be all right because we still got a lot of fruit right here. Like we got 1, 2, 3, 4 big old tomatoes. So let's go ahead, you know what I'm saying, trim up our lemon boy. I already sanitized the scissors. You know what I'm saying? It's not that bad as like the Husky Reds, you know what I'm saying, was, but we still gonna give it a little trim up. The bottom pretty, you know what I'm saying, bad, because I definitely didn't trim this bottom. So let's get this bottom together so we don't have no pests and no caterpillars and stuff crawling on our stuff. So go ahead and give this a good little trim. Yes, sir. And see, you only really gotta do this like every, you know what I'm saying, other week, you know what I'm saying, stay on top of it. Once you know what I'm saying, do, you know what I'm saying, a lot of it the first time, All you do is gotta stay on top of it after that, you know what I'm saying? Because it ain't gonna be that bad. But if you don't stay on top of it, it will get bad just like how it was the first time. So you wanna make sure you stay on top of the trimming. But other than that, man, this don't look good. I ain't seen no bugs yet or no worms. You know, I had some big tomatoes over here, them lemon boys. And this the first time I grew lemon boys. I wonder what they taste like. I'm gonna try them and everything. It's my lemon boy, so go ahead and get this. No, I'm gonna leave that right there. And try to fix it because it's leaning over. This junk getting heavy. Try to fix it a little bit. This junk definitely need to get watered. All right, there we go. Back. So now, let's go ahead and get this over here. You know what I'm saying? Because this junk stretching on the other one. Move this over because that's the romaine. This the lemon boy right here. Let's go ahead and clip that off. Yeah, but yeah, you just want to make sure you stay on top of, you know what I'm saying, your pruning and trimming. So you don't have to keep on doing this. Let me back y'all up some. So you don't have to keep on, you know what I'm saying, doing this every time. Because once you do it one time, you shouldn't have to really do it that much the next time. But let me go ahead, you know what I'm saying, finish knocking these jumps out. I got finished doing the lemon boys just a little bit. We don't got that much to do on that jump. And then we're going to start working on the romaine. But yeah, y'all, it ain't that hard to, you know what I'm saying, do some trimming and pruning. You know what I'm saying? Just get it done so you can have you some good luscious, you know what I'm saying, vegetables and fruit. All right, y'all, so we all done, man, and this how we looking, man. It look way better than it did, man. We had to clean that thing up. Now the wind could blow through it, you know what I'm saying? No moisture won't be sticking around and stuff, because you know when leaves stacked on top of each other, that's how mold and mildew be created, you know? So we got everything trimmed up, man. Ramen's looking good, lemon boys looking good, husky's looking good. Now it's time to move on to the next thing. But yeah, man, that's how you prune. You trim your tomatoes, man, just like that. Yes, sir. Look at them lemon boys, man. Look how many lemon boys we about to get. Look at them jumps down there, too. About 4 of them jumps down there. About 8 jumps up here. Yeah, them lemon boys coming in crazy. And them huskies. And them husky birds. But we got everything trimmed up. It's looking way better than it did. We gotta get this pile up. I'm gonna throw it in the compost and get that composted. But yeah, man, that's how you trim your tomatoes. All right, y'all, so now let's go ahead and move on to these onions and carrots. Next thing we're gonna start with is the onions, y'all. So we got onions growing everywhere. We got red onions, we got white onions. The white onions not doing as well as the red onions, but we still gonna prune them and see, you know what I'm saying, we could get something from these things. I'm gonna have to redo those because this bed look terrible. But over here is the red onions, and as you can see, bro, these things is taking off. These things is taking off, and it's time to clip them things so they can start working on a bug. You know what I'm saying? So we can get them good old onions before winter time. So we're gonna be trimming these things up, you know what I'm saying? Just cutting them. Just right here, a little medium size, you know what I'm saying? So then they can start focusing on growing that good old onion. So we gotta trim these over here, and then let's come over here. And then we got some onions over here that we gotta trim, you know what I'm saying, without cucumbers and stuff. So these red onions doing good too. So I don't know if it's just the red onions, you know what I'm saying, that do way better than white onions, but all the red onions seem like they just taking off. So we gotta trim these jumps over here, and then we gotta trim the jumps in the garden bed. So I'm gonna show y'all, you know what I'm saying, how I do that. And it's actually my first time, but I'm gonna show y'all, you know what I'm saying, I will do it, you know? So let's get to it. Look at them good old onions, y'all. Look how tall this joint is, man. All right, y'all, so let's get to it, man. So like I said, before you start cutting anything else, you know what I'm saying, you move on to the next plant, make sure you sanitize them scissors, man. Make sure you sanitize them babies, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to move no bacteria over to the next thing. So before, you know what I'm saying, you cut, sanitize. So let me move, you know what I'm saying, a little closer so y'all can see what I'm about to do. All right, y'all, so let's get the cutting. So when you cutting your onions and you pruning them, you don't want to cut it, you know what I'm saying, real low. You just want to, you know what I'm saying, get your fingers just like that, put the onions right in between, and you want to probably snap it just like right here, just like that. Just like that. And you actually can use these scallions right here to cook and put it in some like shrimp fried rice, or you know what I'm saying, whatever you want to put it in, you know what I'm saying, have that good onion flavor. So when you cut your onions, you don't want to cut it, you know what I'm saying, too low, but that's a good, you know what I'm saying, cut right there. So you want to do the same thing with the other ones. Put your fingers between the onions and snap, just like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just go ahead and set these joints right here. Them joints smell good too, real oniony. Go ahead, put the fingers in between the onions just like that. Snap, just like that. And we're gonna do the same thing with all the other ones. Just like that. With that good onion flavor. Just like that. And watch how these joints take off in like a week. We're gonna have some new growth, you know what I'm saying, coming. Look at them good onion scallions. You know what I'm saying? That'd be good in some shrimp fried rice, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and do these right here, just like that. And onions help keep the pest away too, so them smelling this little fragrance right here, going to tear them away. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get these a cut. Let's go ahead and get these over here. Bam. And one more. Bam. And that's how you trim and prune your onions, man. So you could get some bigger bulbs, bigger onions, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't start trimming and cutting your onions will never grow, and they just keep on shooting out these shoots with a whole bunch of scallions. So this actually gonna stress out the plant a little bit, and now the growth is gonna start focusing, you know what I'm saying, below. It's gonna start focusing on just the onion instead of, you know what I'm saying, the scallion. So now we got those done. Let's get the other ones. And there we go. And that's how we looking, y'all. So we got all our onions cut up. You know what I'm saying? This should look something like this. Let me show y'all the other bed, but them things gonna start shooting up in about a week or so. But the other bed look way better, you know what I'm saying? Cause these onions way fuller, but it's how you wanna cut your onions, man. Just like this. And then like a week or so, them just gonna shoot back up with new growth. But now it's gonna start focusing on the onion bud, but that's how you cut your onions, man. Look at that. Good old red onions. Yes, sir. All right, y'all, so we got our onions cut up, and look how many scallions we got from all of them onions, y'all. So like I was saying, man, you actually could use these scallions for like shrimp fried rice, chicken fried rice, some type of fried rice, you know what I'm saying, to give it that good old flavor. So I'm gonna actually get this to my girls so we can make some type of fried rice or something, you know what I'm saying? We could use everything that come from the garden. But yeah, y'all, let's go ahead and start spreading out these goddamn carrots. All right, y'all, so over here is my carrots, man. This is where I got my carrots growing at, over here with my onions, man. So as you can see, these things is taking off, bro. And this is the first time I ever grew carrots, but what's going on is, man, these carrots is too close together, and we gonna have to space them out. So spacing it out is pulling some of these carrots up. So y'all see how it's all bushy in between. So what we gonna have to do, you know what I'm saying, is pull some of these joints up, so the other carrots that we're trying to grow to get big can have a bigger chance, you know what I'm saying, to have a big old carrot coming out the ground, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Look at them tap roots, you know what I'm saying? And if they too close together, the carrot wouldn't get as big. So you want to space them out as much as possible, and these carrots is really thick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to throw that in the compost pile. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead, pull some of these jumps up that's real close together, because they ain't really gonna have no chance to really grow and get big. Pull that one up. And I planted a lot of curds. I spreaded a lot of seeds out, y'all. A lot of seeds. And they going crazy, man. And curds, I think I forgot how long curds take to grow. They don't really take that long. I think it's like 80 some days, you know what I'm saying, for them to really be ready to harvest. So they shouldn't take too long to grow. And it look like it's already starting like the little curd pod. Y'all, these like little baby curds. Already. So let's get to spreading these things, you know what I'm saying, apart. We'll get to pulling these things out so we could get some good sized carrots, man. Cause if they too close together, we gonna have some little baby carrots or like skinny, lanky carrots, you know? So go ahead and get the pulling. Spread this one apart. That's crazy. Look at this job. This job actually turned a little orange. Y'all see that job? Look at the carrot growing. That's cool as hell. That job turning orange. Starting to come up, but I'm not trying to pull all of these jumps up, man, but they so close together, y'all. And if you want to have your good harvest, you got to do this. That's the only thing about gardening, man. You know, I'd be sad killing some of my plants, but you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? When you got to do it. So let's go ahead and keep spreading these things out. Pull that one. Pull that one. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. It's too bushy right here. Gotta go. Damn, look at that jump. That's cool. Gotta go. Them jumps big. I don't want to snatch out most of the big ones because them jumps look like they shooting out. And they about to, you know what I'm saying, start getting big pretty soon. So try and get most of the small ones, you know what I'm saying, that's close to the bigger ones. Oh yeah, this one too close together. Too close together. Gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. It's making me so sad pulling out my curds, but you know what I'm saying? I know it's for a reason. I know it's gonna pay off. And some of these jumps not really, they're all the way in the ground. So it don't even really matter if they coming up. They probably don't even really grow. So I'm gonna leave this jump right here. Leave that jump right here. I think that's good. I think that's pretty good. And let me get this one, that's too close. Yeah, I think that's good right there. Rest of them I'm gonna leave alone. And I might come pulling, you know what I'm saying, a little later to see, you know what I'm saying, how these ones grow. But other than that, I think this good. I think this good. And that's how you space out your curds. And I don't know how this lettuce got right here, y'all. Like, I'm telling you, this is another mystery plant. Like, I don't know how this appeared right here. Maybe it came flying off my romaine lettuce over there, but I do not know how that came right there. But yeah, y'all, that's how you space out your curds when you growing curds. And it's the first time me ever growing them. And as you can see, they doing good, y'all. They doing real good. Got water them things, but other than that, they going crazy, man. So that's how you space out your curds, man. Can't wait to get some curds. Yes, sir. Now look at that. That look way better. That look way better than it did. You know what I'm saying? But that's how you space it. Just like that. That's how you space your curds. So make sure, y'all, when you growing curds, man, you do spacing, because you don't want them cramping up together, because they wouldn't be able to expand and you won't be able to get them big old sweet potato curds. You know what I'm saying? We try and get them sweet potato curds. So yeah, y'all, that's how you know what I'm saying, space out your curds, you know, trim your tomatoes and prune and cut your onions, man. So yeah, y'all, I think that's all we got to do in the garden today. It look way better. I gotta clean up this pile of leaves, you know what I'm saying, throw it in the compost and stuff so that could get composted. But other than that, I think that's everything. I just gotta do a little watering and stuff, because it's gonna be definitely hot today. It's gonna be real humid and stuff, so I don't want my plants, you know what I'm saying, drying out and stuff. So yeah, y'all, That's how you know what I'm saying, do your pruning and trimming with your tomatoes and onions and spacing out your carrots, you know. But yeah, y'all know I gotta update y'all on everything, you know what I'm saying, teach y'all stuff that, you know what I'm saying, I'm being taught and stuff, because I feel like that's the way you build a community, you feel me? But you already know, man, it's nature water fish. You know I gotta do it like this every single time, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I'm saying, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. But y'all already know, hit that subscribe button, that like button, man, so you won't miss another video. We gonna keep dropping these bangers every single time, man. Get your garden going, man. You never know what's gonna happen in this world. And if you can't feed your family, I feel like that's the worst thing ever, man. You know what I'm saying? So get your garden going, get in the garden, start growing something, you know what I'm saying? So you can build up your knowledge, you know what I'm saying, with agriculture. But y'all already know, man, it's Nature Water Fish. Y'all know I gotta do it like this every single time. Hit that subscribe button and that like button. And y'all already know, I'm mad.